Fire at will.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Coming too. Roger that. You got to extract him. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Coming too. Roger that. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Talk. Where are your friends? Cease cover fire!
You gonna extract him?
Speak. Where are your friends?
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that. You gonna extract him? captured it alive.
I barely recognize you, Colonel. Skullface used your thirst for revenge against Big Boss, did he?
Boss, I've updated the mission list. We've received some new job offers. The details are on your iDroid.
Volgan, the GRU colonel, despite suffering after you left Seleniarsk, modern medicine, not that the colonel, that constant electric. To be honest, I was always uncomfortable around. The institute studying him was tasked. The comatose Volgan was used, but not long ago, and Volgan's body was never found, even though the fire started. This occurred if Skullface was right, and a third, and this man on fire, well, that just might be, it's not over. Back in 60, that grudge is what's keeping him alive. The day the research facility holding Volgan burned down, a Soviet jet far away to the... On board the plane was the plane fell to Earth from over 8,000 at almost exactly the same, according to the Research Institute's, to protect his mind from being inundated with a rudimentary form of... We don't know where this boy is. This boy is part of a new age. Don't let your guard down. What were they doing at Nzoya Badia, Baloo? That facility with all the people.
The abandoned factory. It is like Anna was coding. They infected the subjects with that allowed them to play. And the parasites learned the languages. I just don't get how a bunch of They don't. Do not judge them by humans.
Then how did they...
What language the parasites... You could expose the Japanese strain to English for years. The pronunciation... But what about linguistically?
Yeah, they're both...
Even so, a Spanish language... Only when they... And the majority of the...
So it's a literal case. But if that's so, I don't see...
Well, among the many thousands of us...
You're talking about...
Correct. Playing the tapes helps those specimens up from their children. Repeating this process creates a strain that reacts solely to mutation.
So you kept increasing the change, must have, or like just how many doctors, something, in order to tell which larva, that means you need, there's no way you could.
For normals, but there is a, it is not only when made shortly before hatching, the active eggs can be, so the eggs that react to Portuguese, so you see, though I'm sure that even taking again, there are two, one, to isolate, and two.
I get how the system works, but why do they respond? It's not like they can mate.
It is because the larvae learn the language before hatching. You mentioned that what language the parasites respond to is hard-coded into their... and that they don't have... But then you say that the larvae... Your story... Your country is home. Sure. What if... But no bush warbler can... As chicks... They must learn. Only then can they so natural, though they start on the... And the parrot, like the birds, but while in the egg, this tweaking ensures that the... Why would they... Well, there are distinct... Rare is the language that has no... Yes, learning the host speech pattern. This adaptive...
I see. So a language requires selective breeding.
Of course, having... It was more important, as I meant... Is that really accurate? You could wipe out a neighboring ethnic group by accident. What you... In that sense, they are... But his objective was not to exterminate any one ethnic group, but to render the world's lingua franca, English, inert.